Yo guys, what's going on? NumbNexus here, bringing you guys another Wi-Fi battle I had against my good friend Callum. We had a second battle, and he just decided to battle me, and I wanted to try out some new stuff, and he's got the Beyblade, so I could not say no to that. I really could not. But looking at Callum's team right now, he's the biggest threat on his team is that Volcarona, because no one on my team appreciates a Bug Buzz besides my Fairthorn and Garchomp, but they don't really appreciate Fiery Dance after like a few Quiver Dances, so I don't like that. I also don't like his Rotom. No one on my team can really handle it. Maybe Alakazam could, but he can't cleanly one-shot it. Cannot. It's probably like a 2-3 KO since he's bulky. That's what I thought. And he's got a Pursuit Trapping Honchkrow, so I have to work around that. I can't like unsafely Psychic. I have to safely Psychic, because if he comes out into his Honchkrow, I am Pursuit Trapped and there's nothing that I can do. But I wanted to try out Mega Gyarados, because Mega Gyarados has a Mold Breaker, which absolutely decimates levitating Pokemon. So, without further ado, let's get into this battle, see how it came out, and we're going to see the outcome of all the stuff that I've been trying to do with Mega Gyarados. Now, my team is hyper offensive, so it's not done. I'm not even using this team. I just decided to put stuff together that was very hyper offensive. I have an actual team done, and it's actually great. It is great. But without further ado, we're going to get into this. He leads off with the Dusclops as a lead off with my Scizor. I just wanted U-turn initiative. So I'm glad it was Dusclops rather than Volcarona, because I would have been in a pickle. But I'm going to U-turn out of here and I'm going to O out. What? Hello? I'm going to go out into my Alakazam as he goes for the substitute. I kind of figured he wanted to go for the Will-O-Wisp. I do have the Magic Guard, so that really would not do much to me. And I am Life Orb Magic Guard. And what Magic Guard does for Life Orb is you don't lose any damage at all from the Life Orb. So I wanted to try it out, get a lot of damage off. At the same time, not losing an ounce of HP. And I know Focus Sash is better, but I want to try it out. If he does not go for the Will-O-Wisp, it does not affect me whatsoever, because I'm still not losing HP. I go for the Focus Blast here, predicting his Honchkrow to come out, but that's not the case, as he just goes for the Pain Split. And now I'm thinking he might want to go at a Honchkrow here, but I just did not care. I really did not care. So I'm going to go for the Psychic, as that even lowers his special defense, and that damage is not bad. I don't know if he's physically defensive or especially defensive. Most of them are especially defensive, but that was not bad. He now pulls out of here and gonna go out into his Herpes, which I'm guessing I had absolutely no idea what it was. Calmo's got some weird ass nicknames, but I go for the Psychic. Looking at the damage is not that bad. That was a good 45%. As I'm gonna get out of here now, I'm gonna go out into my Mamoswine, hoping that I can take a hit. I don't think he's gonna Quiver Dance right away, as he does go for the Quiver Dance, so I am now in a huge pickle. That guy's already set up. I don't know if I can take a Bug Buzz. I think I still might be able to take a Fiery Dance, because I am at max HP, and I am max HP, and I'm sick fat, so I really hope to God that I can take a Fiery Dance. I really do. As I do. Oh, good lord, Mamoswine taking the hit. And then I'll go for that Choice Banded EQ. That's going to easily be able to knock out that Volcarona. And now a big threat is now gone. The stress is completely out of me. As he now comes out into the Beyblade, the one and only Beyblade. He told me that he was Impish. I knew that it was Impish. Yeah, I just knew it was Impish. So I got out of here. And I'm now going to go into my Alakazam. I kept fearing this entire time if he had Sucker Punch or not. I really did not know. But he's going to make a great play and double switch out from his Beyblade out into his Dusclops. I think he might have predicted the Alakazam. It was way too obvious. So he does come out into that. As I'm just going to go for the Psychic, hoping that it can take it out from that range. And as you're going to see, it does not. It does not. As he gets that minimal damage off of the Nightshade, it did not really bother me that much, but I'm not going to go for the Dazzling Gleam here, predicting his Honchkrow. I just don't like Honchkrow. His Honchkrow has really been like making me lose my mind. That Honchkrow has been making me honestly lose my mind. But he now comes out into the Mawile, and I figured maybe he might want to overpredict and go for a Play Rough or Iron Head, and maybe it's my opportunity to go for that one last Psychic and get out some strong damage before I die. So he might even go for the Sword Dance, which I was fearing way more than that, but I go for the Psychic here. As he doesn't go for the Sucker Punch, now I was thinking he might want to go for the Sword Dance. That does a clean 48% as he goes to the Iron Head, and it's going to be able to knock me out. So my Alakazam is now gone. Big threat to his team. My Alakazam is dead. And now he's got a Mawile chilling right there. Whew, that's a threat. But I'm going to come out to my Garchomp here. I did think the EQ was way too obvious. I'm going to go for the Stone Edge as No, I just go for the safe EQ. Alright, I did not want to play too risky with that because you never know what could have happened. He could have gone for the player straight there if I would have gone for the Dragon Claw Stone Edge. But I'm going to go out to my Pharaoh here as he's going to go for the trick. And I could have honestly stayed in because I thought winning for the trick he was Choice Scarf. I didn't look at my DS screen, but he actually is Choice Specs, and now I'm locked in. So that is not pretty. It's absolutely not pretty. He now has a big root, so again, it does not benefit him at all. I didn't have leftovers on this Pharaoh. I do have more leftovers now, thanks to you guys, but he's going to Voltwish out of here and go out into his Beyblade as I go for the Leech Seed here because I wanted to get some HP back. I am big root, so I do get a lot of HP back, but he has a Rapid Spin. I mean, he is a spinning top. He's got the rapid spin, so he easily can get rid of that. But I know the close combat is coming my way, and I know it is. And I don't have anyone else to take it besides my Pharaoh, because my my team is just really bad. It's hyper offensive, so I have no one that can really take a hit. As I come out to my Scizor, who was really the best person that could take a hit, looking at his team, I did not need it that much. But he goes for the Earthquake, and I did not even know that this thing could learn Earthquake. So, looking at that, it doesn't do that much damage, but good lord, the Earthquake, not bad, Callum, not bad. As, I'm just going to go for the safe U-turn, because I know he's not going to stay in. He could stay in and go for a close combat, but he is Leech Seeded, and at the same time, he can't really do much to me. The close combat might do good damage, but I don't think he can really do too much to me, but he just stays in, goes for the close combat. Looking at that, Hitmontop, getting the spin off. Not bad, Hitmontop. I really want one of these. As, he did get the defense drop now, so looking at the U-turn damage, that is pretty good damage from a defensive Hitmontop. That is pretty good damage. As I am going to U-turn out of there, I'm not going to come out here into my Pharaoh, because I do have the Iron Barbs, and he is Leech Seeded, so I can just get a nice Power Whip off on whoever wants to come in. So that is the optimal play. That's what I'm going to try to do. As I do get the Leech Seed back there, I really still wish I had the big root. I would have gotten a lot of HP back, but I didn't. And this Hitmontop is really crippled right here, so he's going to pull out, and I'm guessing he might want to go out to Honchkrow, but he does go out into his Fedora, which is a Honchkrow, which I did guess, and I go for the Power Whip, but I do miss. I was unfortunate, but looking at the Power Whip damage you're going to see next turn, this would have been a nice damage. That would have been nice damage to that Honchkrow. He's Life Orb too, so it would have been nice damage, but he goes for the Pursuit, thinking that I might want to get out of there as I go for the Power Whip. Looking at the damage on this Power Whip, that did way more damage than I expected. It did way more damage. That was like a good 30% that it did. But he now goes for the Roost, which honestly I would have not done, because he lost his flying attribute, which is the only thing that made it resisted. And now looking at the damage, it does way more damage now that it's just pure dark, and that nearly takes it out a good 50%, 40-50%. As he's going to go for the Roost again. He's going to continuously go for the Roost. I'm guessing trying to PP stall me, but I do get the miss, and I think he was aiming for the miss. Now he's going to get out of here, and he's most likely going to go out to his Beyblade, but he comes out to his Floss, his Mawile. And I don't think he expected it to do this much damage still, because looking at Power Whip is doing a lot of damage. That is doing way more damage than I expected. But he goes for the Iron Head because it is stab, and it's the only thing that will do more damage. Though I do think that Playrough has a higher base power. I don't know. But I'm going to go for the Power Up here and knock out that big threat. His Mega is now dead, so I can sit at ease. No more Sucker Punch. I can freely go for Dragon Claws now. This is looking on my side. As he comes into the Beyblade here, I'm going to go for the Power Up because, again, I am locked in. I am Choice Specs. I am locked in because he did trick that to me. So he's going to go for the Close Combat as that takes me out. I'm not expecting that to take me out. I am not surprised. I did figure that it would take me out. It is super effective. Even though I am physically defensive, it is super effective. So I get the Iron Barbs damage and the defense drop. So again, I did benefit off of it. And I'm not complaining. I'm really not complaining. But looking at the Beyblade is prepared. The Beyblade is prepared. But I'm going to go out to my Garchomp here, and I freely can go for the Dragon Claw, which I'm going to do here. I didn't figure it to kill, but I forgot about the defense drop, and that defense drop came to bite him back, because that did knock him out. As he comes out now into Washington, he probably should have switched out and came out into Washington there, but I guess he didn't need his Hitmontop. As I'm going to come out to my Scizor mainly as fodder. I did expect a Willow, but mainly as fodder. But looking at the trick, I don't think he even carries Willow. He's more offensive than defensive. I don't even think he carries the Willow. But here's the big optimal play. I come out to the Gyarados, and I completely forgot about Mold Breaker. The plan was base 130 special defense, take a T-Bolt or Volt Switch, and go for a Dragon Dance. That was the plan. As I have the Mold Breaker here, and I had to think twice about it. I really did have to think twice about it. But looking at that, I am able to take the T-Bolt, and I go for the Dragon Dance. And here is the optimal play. Mega Gyarados can take T-Bolts, a base 130, a whopping base of 130 special defense. That is crazy. I go for the EQ here, and that only did damage because I am Mold Breaker. His Levitate is completely disabled, and it's going to be able to knock out his Rotom. That was really crazy. What a crazy match. And he's going to go for the Sucker Punch here to knock me out, which is completely fine, as I do still have a Mammo. I was thinking of maybe being that douchey guy and go for the Dragon Dance. I do have a Mammo. I'm not scared. I can go for the Ice Shard, but at the same time, I have a Garchomp that's Choice Scarf. And that Garchomp can just Dragon Claw the thing for days and knock it out. It can just completely decimate its life. So that's what I'm going to do. I take the Sucker Punch, and I'm really surprised that I took the Sucker Punch because he is like Adamant, Life Orb, Moxie boosted. But Honchkrow is pretty frail, so he's going to die to that Dragon Claw, and that will be the game. If you guys enjoyed that, leave that huge like. If you don't know who Callum is, check out his channel. Until the next time, guys, I will catch you all later.